What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is US geography facts you never knew.
I don't know if I know them.
This is going to be a test because we've done a few like these like a couple years ago. Not for a while, but this video came out 4 months ago.
Okay.
Oh no, 4 weeks ago. Maybe 4 months, I can't remember. We haven't done it, definitely not done it. It was recent, either 4 months or 4 weeks. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know, 4 months. Oh, I thought someone was touching my foot.
A bit of Christmas wrapping paper fell.
Oh, that scared me.
Smash that button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. We know quite a lot about the US now. We've done a lot of these videos. Let's see if there's stuff in there we didn't know. We may have forgot stuff. And yeah, let us know if there's anything else you want to add to this video. Smash that button. Smash the subscribe button. You ready to get into it?
Yeah, we've switched positions.
We have. I wonder if anyone noticed. I don't know. Let's go. What we got?
You probably know that the Kansas City Chiefs won Super Bowl 58 in 2024. Their second in a row.
We watched that.
Did you know that the team's home games aren't actually played in Kansas? Their home, Arrowhead Stadium, is actually in Kansas City, Missouri.
That's
not
confusing.
Kansas City in the actual state of Kansas. And speaking of Missouri, did you know that the Show Me State is home to the longest river in the U.S.? Despite the popular misconception that the Mississippi River is the longest, it's actually the Missouri River that claims this flattering title, stretching an impressive 2,341 miles. That's barely 1 mile longer than the Mississippi, but a win is a win. These are...
Oh, what? Are they not connected, though?
Ooh, they might be.
I swear that looks connected. I mean, obviously they can't be if they're going to be two different...
No, I don't think it is. I think there is a gap.
But I guess everyone talks about the Mississippi because that's where like the supply and stuff that comes in.
Also, it goes from north to the south.
Yeah, also that, but I think the main thing is the trade. It used to be quite a big trade. Enter the US, you can get quite far up it, I think. But let us know.
Just 2 US geography facts that most people get wrong. Think you know your stuff? Brace yourself for another rapid-fire 48 mind-blowing geography facts.
48?
Fact
Oh,
number
wow.
48. Alaska isn't the least populous state in the U.S.
Wyoming.
Alaska might be the least densely populated U.S.
But I said Wyoming. Wyoming, yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember what it was called. I knew it was a W.
State, but the title of the least populous state actually belongs to Wyoming, with about 580,000 residents compared to Alaska's 730,000.
Wyoming.
Not all 50 U.S. states observe daylight saving time. You know that pesky time change that messes with your sleep schedule twice a year? Not everyone in the U.S. has to deal with it, while the rest...
This year, the clocks have gone back, obviously, right?
Yeah.
It's taking us back to the Ice Age. It's so bloody cold outside. Ice Age, get it going.
What? What's that? What? What?
You know, like there was a point in history called the Ice Age.
No, I got the joke, but it's actually been quite a warm winter.
No, it's cold, don't you think?
Wow.
Most of us are busy springing forward and falling back. Folks in Hawaii and Arizona, except for the Navajo Nation, can enjoy a more constant sleep routine year-round.
Wait,
Fact
what?
number
Arizona
46,
don't have
Washington,
it?
D.C.
That's so
wasn't
random.
America's first capital. Now we know what you're thinking. Duh, it
Boston,
was in
maybe?
Philadelphia. Nope. The U.S.'s first capital was actually New York City. It was in this bustling city that the first U.S. president, George Washington, took the oath of office. You know that one? Okay. We'll see how you do with this next one. Fact number 45. A fragment of Africa lies beneath the U.S.
Wait,
That's
what?
right. You might think you're living in the southeastern U.S., but you might very well be standing on a piece of Africa, stuck there after millions of years of geological shifts. Fact number 44. You can see Russia from Alaska. Though
I knew this one
has been debated extensively, you can actually see Russia from Alaska, thanks to the Cape Prince of Wales, which is only about 50 miles away from mainland Siberia. Fact number 43. There are only 2 Caribbean islands under U.S. sovereignty. There are over 7,000 Caribbean islands, but the U.S. only has sovereignty over 2. Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Ready for
I knew about Puerto Rico.
Fact number 42, you could fit the world's entire population within the borders of Texas.
That's mad, isn't it?
Texas
That
is
mad.
really that massive. And
But
no,
we
we
like
aren't
really
talking about almost 8...
Oh, I imagine you're pretty crammed in there. Yeah, but you can still technically do it. It's mad.
Billion people living comfortably inside the almost 270,000 square mile land area. We're only saying that they could all technically fit. Fact number 41. Texas isn't the largest U.S. state. Now, this one might outright shock you. The the Lone Star State is only the second largest U.S.
Obviously,
state.
Alaska, 'cause
In
it's
terms of
different.
sheer
Yeah.
landmass, Alaska takes the crown.
We knew that,
Texas
that's
is
easy.
That's not
considerable
not
margin,
that,
at around
I think maybe he
660,000.
means because people forget about Alaska because they look at the United
Yeah, but he
States.
said it as a, like, you can clearly see it's a lot bigger.
It's almost a quarter of America.
Wait, yeah, it is massive.
Square miles, Alaska is more than 2 times larger than Texas. Okay, you probably knew that one. But how about
Yeah.
this? Fact number 40. The 4 largest U.S. cities are in Alaska. New York
Okay,
City,
it makes
Los
sense.
surprise me.
Angeles, and Chicago might be the largest U.S. cities by population, but Sitka, Juneau, Wrangell, and Anchorage are the largest by
Wrangell,
area.
Makes sense.
And they're all in Alaska. Fact number 39.
Alaska's just big.
The U.S. is home to the shortest river in the world. From the tallest
Okay.
mountain to the shortest
I don't
river,
know.
the tiny
Another joke. Here I come.
What have you had today?
I don't know, but I was going to say before I laughed myself in the middle. That's not true.
Oh, come on,
Because-
what ways of a joke?
Because I stepped in a puddle today.
You are, what defines a river? Is it not connected to sea?
A body of water, isn't it?
I don't know.
Is it? Oh, it's a river. No.
I know,
That's
because
a lake,
the
isn't it?
Missouri one weren't connected to
Yeah,
sea.
isn't lake.
No, lake's not connected to sea.
Which one's connected to sea then?
I don't know. I don't know what the definition of a river is.
A body of water. I think.
Your puddle does not count.
Bow River is only about 200 feet long and is located in Montana. It's all about balance. Fact number 38. The U.S. features a mountain higher than Mount Everest.
Ooh.
At just over 29,000 feet, Mount Everest is officially the world's highest mountain. But
Yep.
that's just above sea level. If you measure from base to summit, Hawaii's 33,500 foot tall Mauna Kea is higher.
I think we've heard about this
Fact
one.
number
Yeah.
37. The largest distance between any 2 points in U.S. territory is almost 10,000 miles.
that's a lot.
Set off on a journey from Point Udall, Guam to Point Udall, St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and you'll need to travel around 9,500 miles. That's
a
almost
long
the
flight.
same as traveling from New York City to Sydney, Australia. Fact number 36. Route 66 isn't the longest U.S. highway. Route
Oh, okay.
66 might be the most iconic
been on that.
highway in the U.S.,
We
but
have,
it
at the
isn't the
end.
longest. That honor belongs to U.S. Route 20, which spans around
Ooh,
3,300...
that's a point, man. I wonder if we drove on it. Because we drove down to the pier.
We did.
We might have not knowingly drove on it.
Yeah.
It was only when we saw it on the pier we were like, oh, Route 66.
I knew it ended there. But I didn't know like what the route was through California.
Yes, I technically might have only just drove on it. Oh, I might have just been to the side of it. Oh, that's annoying. I reckon I'm going to say I've drove on it. Let me know in the comments if I actually have. But if you tell me I haven't, I'm going to ignore you.
I
I'm
don't know
joking.
which way you went.
No, literally, I'm saying to get to the
Oh,
pier
the car park
parking
on the right, on the right side. That's
do
it.
I somehow get on it? We also could have accidentally drove on it when we were driving about California.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
65 miles from Boston,
That's a long
Massachusetts to Newport, Oregon. Fact number 35. Alaska is both the westernmost and easternmost U.S. state.
Yeah.
Is our
Alaska
closest
is
to Russia.
quite clearly the westernmost state in the U.S., extending far into the Pacific Ocean. But thanks to its Aleutian Islands, which stretch across the 180th meridian, the last frontier
it's the
also
eastern as
houses
well.
the U.S.'s most extreme eastern point. Sorry, Maine. Fact number 34. Maine is the closest U.S. state to Africa. Don't feel too sorry about Maine.
Kinda makes
as
sense.
The Pine Tree State has a fascinating
east.
fact of its own. Quoddy Head is only 3,150 miles away from the El Bedouza commune in Morocco, allowing Maine to hold the distinction of being the closest U.S. state to the African continent. Fact number 33, Maine isn't as far north as most people believe.
Okay.
Compared to the rest of the U.S., Maine is pretty far up north.
Yep.
But a large chunk of Europe, including the UK and parts of Scandinavia, extend farther north than Maine. Fact number 32. All cardinal
You'd have thought then,
directions
like,
from
because we're a bit further north, that we'd maybe have colder winters, but we don't.
No, we don't have. Well, I guess yeah. No, we don't really have that cold or winter.
Like, for us, it's cold, but when you actually see what actually happens in Canada, Maine, all them areas, like, oh,
Yeah. Although
Yeah.
I don't know, but then I don't actually know.
they get like minus 15 degrees and all
Yeah,
that.
no, I was going to say in recent years, I feel like maybe it's got colder in terms of like there's been a lot more snow
Over
like,
here?
in the last few years.
Oh, definitely, but we're talking still like minus 3
I know,
or
I
4.
know. It's nothing of comparison. But
Yeah.
Stamford, Connecticut lead to New York. Yep, whether you opt to travel north, south, west, or
Is that New
sail
York?
east in this fine town in Connecticut, you'll end up in the state of New York.
Oh,
Fact
wow.
number 31. Florida isn't the southernmost U.S. state. If you've ever traveled to Key West, you might have thought you were at the southernmost point of the U.S. But really, the true southernmost point of the entire U.S. is
Hawaii.
in Hawaii, only about 1,500 miles from the equator, and it's called Kalai. Fact number 30. Certain parts of Nevada extend further west than Los Angeles. Los Angeles is often
Okay.
considered a quintessential West Coast city. You might be
Yeah.
surprised to learn that the city of Reno in Nevada
been there.
is roughly
Wait.
86
Not that
miles
many.
farther
I was
away.
just checking if that was the airport, like near the airport or something. It's not, is it?
No.
That's different, Dennis. Definitely.
Uh,
No, it's definitely different. Yeah.
yeah, we went under a thing, didn't we?
Yeah.
Than the City of Angels. Fact number 29, Los Angeles used to have a much longer name.
Okay.
Speaking of the City of Angels,
Los
it wasn't
Angeles.
always called Los Angeles. It was originally known as, and hang with me here, El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de Los Ángeles de Rio de Posiúncula. That's
Wow.
quite a mouthful.
Yeah, don't roll off
Fact
a tongue.
number 28,
Wow.
Hawaii edges closer to Alaska every year. Every
Oh,
year,
wow.
Hawaii moves northwest towards Alaska at a rate of about 3 inches. Unfortunately, that rate means that none of us will live long enough to see these two meet. But
Yeah, nowhere
don't
near
worry,
long
the
enough.
US states that actually do meet are still full of fascinating geographical quirks. Fact number 27. Only one US state is triply landlocked. Not only
Ooh.
does
Wyoming.
Nebraska lack any ocean coastline, but it's also entirely surrounded by other landlocked states. In other words, to reach an ocean, you would have to pass through at least 3 other states,
Oh, wow, okay.
regardless of which direction you take. Fact number 26.
They are isolated
Despite
from the
being
sea.
landlocked, Wyoming has islands.
Wait, what?
Wyoming might be landlocked, but this fact doesn't stop the cowboy state from having at least 30 named islands located in its many lakes.
Okay,
Fact
fair
number
enough.
25. 2 U.S. states don't share borders
I'd
with
argue it's not
any other
sea, though.
U.S. state.
Alaska, Hawaii.
Landlocked, double landlocked, triple landlocked? Hawaii and Alaska can't relate. These 2
Yes,
U.S.
let's
states
go.
are the
I
only
would
ones.
argue that Wyoming is just as landlocked as Nebraska because there's no beach.
No, the idea is if you're in Wyoming, I don't know what it is, but this would triple landlocked. So if you're in Wyoming, you only have to go through at least 2 other states to get to the sea. That's what he's saying. But if you're in...
Which other states, though?
Well, I don't know, but I
No.
believe him.
No, bring me up a map. You don't.
I feel like you only have to go through 1. Whatever state's above it.
That's not a sea. It's Canada.
Oh yeah, it's Canada. To be right then, Idaho and...
Nevada and California.
No, Idaho and Washington. Yeah, Idaho and Washington.
Is it not bordered by something else? Is it?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe the guy. I don't think he's going to lie to us.
I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just was a bit confused.
Let us know in the comments below.
I'm a big
That
fan.
don't share borders with any other state. Fact number 24. Missouri and Tennessee share their borders with the highest number of U.S. states.
Okay.
That's right, Missouri and Tennessee are true border hoppers, each sharing boundaries
Tennessee
with
makes
a
sense,
whopping
'cause it's
8
long.
states. Talk
Wow.
about mixing and mingling. Fact number 23, the U.S. borders 3 oceans. Most people
Yeah.
know
So
that
big.
the U.S. borders the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. But did you know
Gulf of
that it
Mexico.
also touches the Arctic Ocean?
Yeah.
Alaska's northern coastline is the one at
I know you all about, but he's the Gulf of Mexico, but it's just up the same sea, I guess.
adding a chilly third ocean to the mix. It's about time for us to shift focus to hit you with some fun and unexpected U.S. city facts.
Okay.
Fact number 22. Orlando isn't the capital of Florida. Orlando might
Tampa's,
have
isn't
the
it?
fame and the theme
Oh
parks,
no,
but it doesn't
Jacksonville, isn't it? I think it's Jacksonville.
have the title of Florida's capital city. This honor goes to Tallahassee, which is located in the state's panhandle. Fact
Now we
number
know.
21. Anchorage is quite a global hub. Despite its remote location,
We'll see in a second.
Anchorage is a major hub for international cargo, especially because it sits halfway between major markets like Asia and North America. Fact
Okay.
number 20, 34 U.S. states have a city or a town named Springfield.
Yeah, we heard
Some
this
might
about
believe the
so many
counterfactual
Springfields,
saying
didn't we?
that every U.S. state has a city or a town called Springfield, while others might think there's only one Springfield, famously known as the home of The Simpsons. Either way, you're in for a surprise.
Got that one
Fact
right.
number 19,
Come on, put it up
the
here.
smallest incorporated town in the U.S. only has 1 resident.
Wow.
When you hear the phrase
How's
a
that a
small
town?
town, you might think of charming communities with a few hundred residents, but the population of The smallest incorporated town in the U.S., Monowi, Nebraska, is exactly 1 person. Fact
Fair
number
play.
18. The U.S. has 2 state capitals that rhyme. Here's a silly geographical fact to shake things up. Boston and Austin are the only 2 U.S. state capitals with
I've been to
rhyming
Boston
names.
when I went to
Let's keep the
Austin.
fun going. Fact number
That was a
17.
good accent, weren't it?
The state of
Not really.
Colorado isn't shaped like a square. Don't let the maps fool you. Colorado has a much more complex shape, one that has as many as
It
697
looks sick.
sides. That's a hexaheptaenneacontici-heptagon for you geometry buffs out there.
Oh, I don't think he has.
The U.S. has a large appetite. On
Some
average,
good
No,
food.
they don't. No way.
Some good food.
No, they don't. They just eat burgers.
Some good
Americans
food.
tend to
so
eat
good.
about 100 acres of pizza each day. But there's
Ooh,
more.
I
Around
pizza
50
today.
billion hot dogs and 50 billion hamburgers a year.
Wow.
That's
Told you.
a lot of fast food. Fact number 15. You can walk from Alaska
When
to
it's
Russia.
frozen.
Not only can you see Russia from Alaska, but you can also walk to it. This daring 2.4-mile trek could only be possible during the winter months when the Bering Strait freezes over.
Yeah.
Ready for another rapid fire
Not sure I
round?
wanna do that
This
anyway.
time
No.
with unique U.S. state characteristics. Fact number 14. Kentucky boasts more caves than any other location in the
Okay.
world.
Fair
The
play.
largest cave system on Earth is located in the Bluegrass State, and around 430 out of the estimated 600 miles have been explored. Fact number 13. Only 2 U.S. states can grow coffee. Bad news for all the caffeine enthusiasts. Only Hawaii and
Those grapes.
California can grow the beans for this beloved beverage. So if you're craving a local taste of American-grown coffee, you'll need to head to these sunny locales.
Oh, import
Fact
it from
number
one of them.
12. You can drive on the left side of the road in the U.S.
Ooh.
Move over, Britain. The U.S. Virgin Islands have got you
Ah,
covered
Virgin
with
Islands.
left-side driving. But most cars in the USVI are imported from the mainland U.S., meaning their steering wheel is also on the left side. Fact number 11. Alaska has the longest coastline in the U.S.
Makes sense.
Alaska is the reigning
massive.
champion of national coastlines, with around 6,660 miles in total, more than every other U.S. state combined. Fact number
Wow.
10, Alaska also has the most earthquakes
Oh,
in the
okay.
U.S. Thanks to its position
Stay safe,
on one
guys.
of the world's fastest moving underwater tectonic faults, Alaska has an average of 1,000 earthquakes per month.
What?
Fact number 9, California
mad. They
can't
rivals
be,
Canada
like,
in
big
terms
ones,
of
yeah.
population. California's population is almost as large as that of the entire country of Canada. With over 39.1 million residents, California is a mega state that only trails a few 100,000 people behind Canada. Let's list a few quick US geography facts in the traditional sense of the word. Fact number 8, the western parts of the US used to have enormous lakes. Over
Okay.
20,000 years ago, states like Nevada, Utah, and Oregon used to contain massive bodies of water that could rival the Great Lakes. Fact number 7, the 5 Great Lakes are technically only 4. Lake
Ooh,
Michigan
is it
and
joined?
Lake Huron are connected, making the total number of the Great Lakes 4 instead
Okay.
of 5. Fact number 6, the distance between the highest and lowest point in the contiguous U.S. is under 100 miles.
See, that's quite
You
mad.
can stand at the peak of Mount Whitney in California, the highest point in the contiguous U.S. at almost 14,500 feet, and then travel to Death Valley's Badwater Basin, the lowest point at around 280 feet below
the
sea
same
level,
state.
and cover
Yeah.
that entire distance in roughly 80 miles. Fact number 5, there's a tiny portion of the Appalachian Range located in France. The Appalachian Range formed before North America broke away from Europe, so French
Okay.
people could call themselves hillbillies if they like. Fact number 4, Mount Whitney isn't the highest mountain in the U.S.
Wait, you just said it was.
14,505 feet, Mount Whitney is the
Oh, is it
tallest mountain in
contiguous?
the contiguous
Yeah.
US. But the entire U.S.,
Yeah,
that honor
Alaska?
belongs to Alaska's Denali, formerly
Yeah.
known as Mount McKinley, at just over 20,300 feet. There are only 3 facts left on our list. Let's wrap it up with a bang. Fact
Okay,
number 3,
I'm ready.
only 2 U.S. states have never recorded a temperature over 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Alaska.
Ooh, well, yeah, I'm gonna go with Alaska
I'm
and
gonna go with.
Montana,
No, I'm gonna go with North Dakota.
North Dakota. Okay.
Is obvious, Alaska. However,
Yeah.
the other one might shock you. Since it became a state, Hawaii, the land of volcanoes and tropical breezes, has never seen temperatures climb above 100 degrees
Really?
Fahrenheit.
I thought it was red
Fact
hot in
number
there.
2. Dozens
thought
of
we were out of
buildings
Hawaii.
in New York City have their own zip codes.
Yeah, that's
Over
very
40
Yeah.
skyscrapers in New York City, including the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building, are so large that they can boast their own unique zip
We
code.
didn't see the Chrysler
And
Building,
finally,
No, we've
fact
been up there.
number
We've
one,
all been in
the
that crown.
Statue of
We have.
Liberty isn't in
It wasn't
New
that
York.
busy when we went.
If
New
you
Jersey.
live in New York or New Jersey, you've probably had this argument
Wait,
a million
I thought the Statue of Liberty was in New York, but it was
It's-
Ellis Island, which wasn't
Yeah,
in.
I think that is New York, that bit, but the water is New Jersey and Ellis Island is New Jersey.
Yeah, because this bridge is New Jersey, isn't it? Yeah.
I think the island.
The Statue
Okay.
of Liberty might be the most iconic symbol of the Big Apple, but it geographically resides in New Jersey's waters. And there
Yeah,
you
but
have
it's
it.
not.
50 U.S. geography
Because on the little tour they said to us that the waters were New Jersey, but it belongs to New York, the
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty.
Let us know in the comments below. I enjoyed that.
That was good.
Definitely new ones we learnt there, and I didn't realise there were going to be 50, but I'm glad there was because we learned them.
I am.
Smash that button if you enjoyed, guys. Smash that subscribe button, and what should we do?
Have a fantastic day.
And we'll see you legends in the next one. Peace.